Hooray! Long last. I finally today have found the right size hole that I need to make for my adapter shaft, gearbox and motor shaft coupler. What I've been using today, I've been using this perspex here, this bit of plastic here, and I've made loads of holes on here. Which you haven't actually, what you haven't seen is I've been doing this all week, been trying to get the right size, and I finally found the hole which I need. Where is it? Is it that one? No, I think it's this side here. And there you go, perfect. Fits in there. It doesn't move. It goes round, obviously. Let me see if I can hold that. It goes round like that, and it's perfect, which is exactly what I need, because what I'm using a plastic perspex bit of glass here, because what I want to do is I want to make a template first. That's what you need to do. You need to make a template first before you actually cut and use the original steel metal or alley, whichever you can use. I'm using a steel plate about half an inch. The reason being is I'd like to use about an inch alley adapter plate, but I don't think I'll be able to do that because I don't have enough room where my electric motor will finally, once it's finally installed into the car, there isn't going to be much room, space behind there where it meets the chassis leg of the car. So that's created a bit of a problem for me due to the length of my motor. I've got about 18 inches gap. Right, the problem I had was with this is I've got 3 different sizes. Yeah, I've got where the clutch spline there. That's the clutch from the clutch spline. Was cut and machined into there, pressed into there, and just before that was put in there, there was a washer there which holds. This actually holds it to. There's a washer that goes in there, a bolt, a hexi bolt, and that's bolted to the electric motor. That's actually sits in there solid. That was also pressed in there. What I've ended up with, what's happened there is I've got 3 different sizes. 3 different sizes there, as you can see there. The bottom size is 36.25. The centre size is 35.9 millimeters as well. Millimeters, and the top end is 35.75 millimeters. What I need to concentrate is on this size here, because that's the size where I need to make the correct diameter, so that there is no movement in my my adapter plate. Well, sorry, not the adapter plate. Once I do the adapter plate, that hole's going to be obviously bigger. But in the meantime, my temporary plate here, my template, needs to be perfect, which is what it is now. Perfect, spot on. Got the exact right size. Once that's all bolted, which I'll show you on the next clip, once I get the gearbox out and the transmission out and the motor, I'll put it all together, and I'm going to get maybe I might even use 2 of these, make 2 of these so I can get the right size, or maybe 3, or maybe a bit of alley, which I've got as all bits of scrap lying around. And I'm going to make a template. Once I make that template and I fit that onto there like that perfectly, once that shaft there is bolted on to the electric motor, and then the template is put on, and that before the template's put on, obviously that's going to be bolted on as well to the electric motor. And when them 2 are together like so, let's say now they're connected to the electric motor like that, as you see it, it's going to be connected to, it's bolted onto the electric motor, it's fitted on perfectly like so. Then what you're going to get, that's going to go straight into the transmission, the gearbox, and that's going to sit snugly straight into its place. And then what you need to do is you need to get underneath and you need to mark them holes exactly where they are on the around the bell of the gearbox bell, the transmission bell. The reason why I use transmission and gearbox, by the way, is because if you're watching in America, you probably won't know what gearbox means. and vice versa. I think in the UK they'll get a bit confused as well if I said transmission, but that's what happens anyway. That's going to get bolted on, and there's your template, perfectly done. Just a bit of perspex. I mean, you can't go wrong. You don't have to take it to a specialist or get it aligned or anything like that. But once I do get it on there, I'm going to do a bit of balancing anyway, but I will show you that on the next clip. But for me to get to where I get to, this was the tricky part. Obviously, I've got my drill here, and I've got these core bits. I mean, they're different sizes. You get all different sizes here. I've got just about every size you can imagine, you know. And but the problem is, I don't have the size that I need, which is 35.75. I know you can get 35. I couldn't get it at the moment. You can get it in the metal bit like this, like that size there. But you can't get 36. You definitely can't get 36. I looked everywhere. Looked on eBay. Looked everywhere. I couldn't get it. I've asked all the friends and everybody I know. Nobody seems to have that size. So really, you want to be using these kind of things because you get a clean cut. You get a clean cut. These cut it nicely, and they don't mess up like the wood bits and the other bits. They kind of go crazy. That was a wood bit drill hole there. That one there, if you can see it. That round one there. That was a wood drill bit, and it just kind of went a bit cuckoo. It took forever, and it just started melting and going a bit crazy. But I mean, that's what I'm here. I'm here to experiment and show you, so that you don't have to do it. You know, you can learn off my mistakes. So really, what I recommend is you use these adjustable cores, and you basically need one of these. And what I've done was, you find they're only size 26 to 63, but they jump. I mean, they're all these metric numbers or sizes or whatever. But like I said, 35 wasn't even there. So what I've done was, I used a 32 size bit, which is about, well, it's in the drill at the moment. Here it is in the drill. It's a 36 size bit. And what I've done with that I used a 32 size bit, core bit, and I put that into the 38 size core bit, which is the third one along. And what that does is it stretches the 32, and where it's been forced into the 38 slot, it's kind of somehow made it 35.75, which is perfect. Because if you look carefully between there is quite a lot of play in the gap in there. You know, there's about 3mm gap there and there to play around with. And what I also done was, to fine tune it, to get it to the right size, is with my pliers, put them away somewhere, is I pinch the ends here, where these two ends are, where they meet. They kind of tend to stick out a little bit, and that got me my perfect size. So when I done my core in there, I got exactly 35.7, just over 35.75 actually, which was perfect, because that's exactly what I need. I need it to slot on lovely like that. I mean, the hole's got bigger now because obviously I've been taking it in and out, but it should sit about an inch over there, because that's exactly where that's the length of my my shaft coming out of the electric motor, which is about that long. So once that's in and that's all connected up and that's bolted to the electric motor, I just give that little 12 volt on the battery, little spin on that, just to make sure there's no movement or anything, and all it's going to do is spin around in there, and that will be perfect. That would be me. Once I've done that, I'll get a bigger size, make a bigger hole on my template, and it will just all fit snugly once I've made all the bolt holes for the bell housing, and it's all connected up, which I will show you on my next clip, and that will all be done. So I'll see you over there. For now, bye bye.